All right, y'all, it is 11 o'clock and this is behind the scenes of an EDDM mailing. So I got my totes in my car, so I'm gonna grab those out and bring them inside the house and start loading them up. I already got the paperwork printed earlier, so here's a quick snippet of that kind of process. With RapidSlips, it's super easy. You just upload your receipt paperwork from the USPS and it gives you all the pages you need for all your documentation ready to just print out and go. So I got 59 pages ready to go, just stack on the cards on my beautiful totes. So this is what that process looks like. Catch you the next time. All right, and then here I got all the paperwork I need ready to go. Got my stacks, and of course, essential if you're doing your own bundles, you need lots of rubber bands. So always make sure you're prepared with those. These are the ones that I've always found work good for me, size 19s from Office Depot or anywhere else you can buy in bulk. But there's all my RapidSlips ready. So all my sheets that need to go on each of the stacks, one for every route. You can see all the details on there. And that's all ready to go. So now I just go over and I got my loads of bins, and then I got my boxes of cards that I just get to break out and stack up. I'm gonna stack them all out, lay them out on the table to get some good photos of everything so I can send to my advertisers. Show them proof of everything all ready to go. Makes it good for social media posts, anything online that you want to share, put it on your website and stuff like that. So that's another good reason to get your cards, stacked out and everything so you can have them all good to go. So let's take it from there. All right, so now I got my stacks all stacked up here with all the businesses on there. I got my 10 stacks of 5 stacks. So all 5,000 cards looking great, looking beautiful. This time I did the dual front side with the indicia. So either way, it's a front side of the card, so I can stack them up in the totes any number of different ways. And everybody gets the chance to be front cover as soon as they see it first in the mailbox. So that's how I get my stacks ready for some pictures. I'm gonna do some laying out of them, get some nice pictures showing both sides, kind of show just how big it is, get some selfies with me with them for social media, and then get to stacking all of the papers for all of them after that. As you see, we have all these sheets of, 1 of 3 for 100, 2 of 3 for 100, etc. So I'll go through that next, but there's my stacks. We're ready to get some good photos for the social media. It's just time to get that paperwork going. So I have the time-lapse running, so you'll see me do a little speed run through all my papers, through all my stacks, and then getting them into all the totes so that I can get them loaded into the car to take to the post office tomorrow. So should be fun. This is by far my favorite invention of the past couple years, is the RapidSlips for all the paperwork, because I never wanted to handwrite a single facing slip again after my first 10,000 piece mailing. So that's why I invented it for this moment right here, that I get to use it myself. So if you haven't subscribed yet to that tool, just check out RapidSlips.com. You can sign up. You get your first 5,000 piece mailing for free. And then you just pay as you go after that, or you can buy my Lifetime of Tools bundle that I have on sale too. If you want the link below, just check the description and you can check that as well. All right, so check out me doing a speed run through all my paperwork now. All right, let me hop back in here and just kind of quickly tell you how the facing slip process works. So now that we have our RapidSlips, each of these different bundles has 100 for the first 2 bundles for these. So I get my stacks pre-bundled in counts of 100, so that makes it easy. I just slide all the ones of 100 right on there, and then I just leave the odd ones out for me to calculate later. So this is an 86 piece, and then next I have another set of 100s, and so I just go through all of them, add all the stacks of 100 to everything first, and so I can start laying them into the bins with the ones that belong to groups of 100, and then I'll start counting all these odd one outs separately from the leftover stacks. So that way I can just get the bulk of them off this table, and then I can use the space for counting out the rest that way. So that way, just for each of the routes, it has, C017, C05, C07. So each of the different routes has as many stacks as it needs. So this is going to be 4 stacks, so that'll be 3 stacks of 100, and then a stack of the odd ones out for that route. So just go through, line up all your 100s first with the ones that are bundled, and then after that, I'll go back and show you how I count out the odd ones and stack them accordingly. So I know I have 14 routes, so I have 14 totes all scattered throughout the living room here. That's why I do it at night when there's no kids running around into corners of tables and everything. So let's see how long it takes. Here we go. All right, y'all, it is math time. So I got all my stacks of 100 in all the boxes around, and now I'm just left with my odd ones out. So you see they're all the 3 of 3, 4s of 4s, and this count right there is what is remaining for each of the stacks. So see, 69 needs 94, 65 needs 37, 60 needs 54. Now, what I like to do is, because I know I have stacks of 100, if I have half a stack, that's going to be 50. So when I see this one needs 49, I know I just need to divide one of these stacks in half and line them up. And when they don't, push together and have any overlap, then I know that's a stack of 50. And then I just take one of those cards off and put it on the other stack that will be 54. And then I just have a few extra random ones. So then I just take 3 of those and put it there. And then I just rubber band them up and put them where they go. So 94, I just take a stack of 100, count off 6, and then that one's done. And then when I get these odd ones like 37s and 22s, then it's not that hard to count those. But those bigger numbers, anything 49 or close to 100, you can just divide the stacks of 100 in half and just kind of push them. Then you can just kind of have stacks around 50. You never need to be that precise on these to begin with. If you know you have some extras, you can shuffle them around as long as they're around the same range, because the post office routes are always changing, updating, having more or less anyway. So as long as you're close, don't drive yourself crazy doing all that. But that's my little trick for getting the little ones that are in between. So I had a stack of 100. I split it into 2 stacks of 50, and then I took that 50 stack and divided it into 2 stacks of 25. So you see how they line up like this? You can just kind of push down and see that they get exactly to line up there when you push down. That's how you know they're even stacks. So I got a 50, a 25, and a 25. So that means this 53 I can put right there, and this 22, and then this 27. I can just take a few from there, put it over to there, and just add a few extras to that one. And that I don't need to count to 53 and 22 and 27. I just have to count 2 or 3 here and there. So that's one of my little math tricks that I enjoy doing as I do this. I find fun any way I can, even through the tedious nature of doing all the facing slips, but at least I don't have to waste all my time handwriting them out. I just get to stack them up and load them out. So hope you like that trick. All right, so cards are all loaded up in their bins. I got all my stacks. I like to stack everything with the one of whatever's on top with each route. So I got my 14 stacks, 14 totes, all ready to load up in the car and take to the post office tomorrow on my lunch break. So now I just got to load them up into the car, get rid of all these boxes that are by the door, and be loaded out. Good night, y'all. Thanks for watching.